All right, everybody's asking. I've gotten a ton of comments and questions. When will the tax stamps drop? When will the new $0 tax take effect? I'm going to tell you here in this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jared. This is Guns and Gadgets, and today we're going to dive into the game-changing One Big Beautiful Bill that was signed into law on July 4th, 2025 by President Donald Trump, and what it means for suppressors, short-barreled rifles, short-barreled shotguns, and things called any other weapons. First, a big thanks to our sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute, for supporting this episode. More on them in a minute. Now, formerly known as H.R. 1 and nicknamed the One Big Beautiful Bill, this 940-page reconciliation package was signed into law by President Trump on July 4th, Independence Day. It includes sweeping provisions, tax cuts, budget measures, and a landmark change to the National Firearms Act. Now, under Section 70436, the bill zeroes out the $200 tax on the making, which is Form 1, and the transfer, which is Form 4, of suppressors, short-barreled rifles, short-barreled shotguns, and AOWs. Now, machine guns and destructive devices still carry the full $200 tax, so please understand that going forward. But when do the prices drop for everything else? Well, Section 70436 states that these changes apply starting calendar quarters beginning more than 90 days after enactment, meaning January 1st, 2026. Some important caveats here. All other NFA requirements remain intact. That means background checks, fingerprinting, photographs, permanent registration in ATF's National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record, and penalties for noncompliance, up to a decade in prison and $250,000 in fines for each infraction. Also, note that ATF can make that price drop sooner, but they've kind of already indicated that January 1st is going to be the date. Now, industry voices are calling this a partial win. And I know that we're all frustrated that we didn't get everything that was supposed to be in there and that Republicans let us down. But we have to look at this too. Like 91 years, this is the first time they've ever dropped that tax. And for people will say, yeah, well, now the Democrats can raise that tax if certain things that are happening right now don't work out. The potential's there, just like it's always been there, but they never have raised it. So we'll see, right? We can't get all frustrated about something that we can't control or that it hasn't even happened. So let's try to take some positivity out of this. Now, the outcome is a critical step in our plan to dismantle the NFA once and for all. That is a quote from Knox Williams, who is the head of the American Suppressor Association. And I can now say that I've been talking with GOA for over a year about the plan that they had to get to where we are right now. And it is what they're calling the Big Beautiful Lawsuit. Now, leading into that, Pro-2A groups like GOA, ASA, Firearms Policy Coalition, Second Amendment Foundation, NRA, and others are all preparing lawsuits or have already filed lawsuits to push for the complete deregulation, targeting the registry requirement that they argue now is unnecessary, and I would say it's illegal because there is a law that says the feds can't keep a registry. So, and plus we have the 1937 case. The Supreme Court said NFA is a tax. Now, critics warn that this rollback undermines public safety because all of those criminals who were filing Form 1s and 4.4s and paying $200 to go commit crimes, yeah, this is going to affect them. Only two documented crimes of NFA items have happened in the last 20 years. 2 documented crimes with NFA items. 2. And that came right from the Washington Post. Now, it is what it is, guys and gals. It's not going to affect public safety. It's just going to affect the attempt to destroy the Second Amendment. Now, if you've been waiting to add a suppressor or an SBR or an SBS to your collection, here's your takeaway. Starting January 1st, 2026, you'll still file the Form 1 or the Form 4. You'll still have to pass an NFA background check. No word of how long they'll be at that time. Currently, they're about a week or so for SBRs, SBSs, and Johnny B had a can come back in 23 hours just last week. So that's the time frame as of right now when I'm recording. But you'll still have to pass that NFA background check. You'll still have to do fingerprints. You'll still have to do your photo. And, of course, the registration. But the $200 tax stamp fee will be gone. Now, that's a direct savings of $200 per item, which would likely boost sales and first-time buyers of these items. Now, remember, you still have the NFA restrictions on SBRs, SBSs, and AOWs. Like, you can't take them across state lines without permission from Big Daddy. Keep that in mind. And with lawsuits in the works from multiple gun rights organizations, the fight for further deregulation is far from over. And remember, the NFA registration and background check system is still enforceable. I want you to understand that. And it brings you up to speed now about the big, beautiful bill, the impact on the NFA tax stamps, when we can expect that to drop. But we're entering a new historic shift. The $200 tax is gone, but core regulations remain in effect. And hopefully, I hate depending on courts, but hopefully the courts do the right thing here, especially if we file in a Pro 2A district. There's a handful of them here in this country, and I've been reporting on it for years. But what happens next? What will shape the future of federal gun law going forward? Thanks to our sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute, for supporting our coverage here. If you're looking to further your training in gunsmithing or firearms technology or forensic science or even drone technology, check them out at sdi.edu/GNG. You can use that QR code that I made for you as well. They'll have the information you're looking for. If not, you can always call them with some direct questions. Now, if you found this information helpful, please like the video, comment down below. Let me know, does this affect your buying plans, this change? Will you still buy cans through January, or is like the business of buying suppressors pretty much dead until January 1st? And subscribe to the channel here if you love the Second Amendment and you want more updates. Again, my name is Jared. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Be safe, stay vigilant, and most importantly, stay free. Take care, everybody.